Well, after day one of free agency and some questionable contracts, everyone was laughing at the Leafs losers and wanting off Mr. Brad's wild ride. Well, sometimes you just gotta let things breathe, give them some time, as after day two, Leaf fans are back on the Treliving wagon after two great signings. The first one that came through was Tyler Bertuzzi on a one-year deal at $5.5 million. Great deal for the Leafs and Bertuzzi as he gets a good paycheck, and with the cap going up, a prove-it year where he can earn some serious cash. Brandon feels pretty strongly that as a player, he doesn't think there's a single one the Leafs needed more than Bertuzzi and his pestering game. Ryan Reaves is one thing to bring some muscle. I personally do not like that contract. I don't think it's controversial to say that, but you also need guys that are just hard to play against. The guys that will steal your stick for no reason, whack at your goalie after the whistle, and give you small slashes before a face-off. You hate playing against these guys, but you love to have them on your team. And as with old Marshy, he's got a good amount of skill too. He led the Bruins in goals and points this past postseason, which of course was outshadowed by the Panthers' comeback. He scored 30 goals before, and playing with two of Marner's Matthew Tavares and Nylander, he's going to look to put up career numbers before cashing in next free agency. And if you think he fits perfectly, the other player the Leafs picked up is from the same mold of skill and pest, Max Domi, on a one-year $3 million deal. I mean, this one felt inevitable. Domi has long wanted to play for the Leafs, apparently, no surprise there. He plays like his father. He had 13 points in 19 games this past postseason and was a pest the whole way. Players with that mix of skill and grease are exactly what you need in the playoffs, and after the Leafs got pushed around over the past 5 years, maybe now they'll be able to push back a little bit. Also with these contracts, the Leafs are now about $8 million over the cap, but that just means be on the lookout for more moves to be made. I personally have to wonder about Nylander. Treliving had a great quote about the Leafs cap situation. He said, "We're going to lock Brandon Pridham in the room with no food and water until he makes it work." So best of luck to him. I do just want to circle back on not only Nylander, but also Matthews. Both players have their contract expiring at the end of this year. Nylander especially really apparently wants a big jump in salary. I think he deserves it, especially based on his playoff play, but the Leafs and him apparently not even close. The thing is, the Leafs really wanted to get Nylander and Matthews re-signed before this period, because now that July 1st has come and passed, their modified no trade clauses are in effect. That means that if it's looking like they're not going to be able to sign them by the end of the year, it's going to be even more difficult to do anything at the trade deadline to at least try to recuperate some of their contract value. So I think that's very, very scary if you're a Leafs fan.